Hello, it's Justin Woodall, your trusted Athens real estate advisor, and today I just want to mention the topic of appraisals. So the market's improving, prices are rising. What are we seeing happening with appraisals? And anytime a property transfers ownership, if a lender is involved and the buyer is getting a loan, the lender is going to require an appraisal. So what happens? Are houses appraising now that prices are going up? And our experience has been, knock on wood, properties have been appraising, both when we're representing the buy side and on the sell side. And you want it to appraise because you want the deal to work out. So sometimes though there's concern, when I meet with a seller and I say, hey, I think we can list this house higher than what the past sales have been because the market's rising, there's very limited inventory. And that's been the advice I've been giving sellers recently. Because inventory is low, prices are rising, so we're listing above what the past sales show. So sometimes there's cause for concern that the house may not appraise if we sell it for that price. So how does that work? Well, basically the appraiser knows the purchase price of the contract prior to doing the appraisal. Now, I know that sounds crazy, and I once even thought myself, why does the appraiser need to know the purchase price if their job is to do the appraisal? And what it boils down to, and I asked some appraisers about this, when the bank hires the appraiser to do the appraisal, their job is not to determine the value of the property because the free market determines the value of the property. The property is worth what a buyer is willing to pay and what a seller is willing to pay for it. That is the value of the property. So the appraiser doesn't determine the value. What the appraiser's job is to simply justify that price, justify that value for the bank. The bank wants to make sure they do not loan more money on that house than it's realistically worth. So when the appraiser knows the purchase price, their job really is to pull sales, make adjustments to show that realistically, yes, this seems to be a fair market appraisal or fair market price that the bank is not overbuying. So really their job is to simply justify the price. So in that case, most of the time, as long as they can realistically do it within the appraisal guidelines, they will. So most of the time we've been coming out okay. So that's the deal with appraisals and how they work. Next week, I'm going to explain to you and share with you what happens if you're a buyer and the house appraises low, or if you're a seller and the house appraises low, what happens. Stay tuned.